morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this. Hope you guys had a good Memorial Day weekend. I actually spent some time in Myrtle Beach, so that was a nice getaway. Good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace if this is your first time watching, and I am heading into the office. It is Tuesday the 31st. I hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. My husband and I and my two girls, we went to Myrtle Beach for the weekend, and that was really nice because typically we go to the beach all the time, and that was our first time going to the beach this year. But the closest beach to us is actually Carolina Beach, so we typically do day trips. We'll pack up everything, pack the cooler with our snacks, food, and drinks, and we'll go down there for about 5-6 hours. It's a 2-hour drive, and then coming back. And driving is nothing to me. I drive everywhere. I've been back and forth to Ohio from North Carolina so many times, and that's 8 hours. So doing a day trip is fun, but this was the first time we actually stayed overnight, and we surprised the girls. So nothing major, but it was just time to it was just a good time to get away. The beach, the ocean is just, that's like my safe place. So we had a good time. I have to look back. I tried to capture some content last week, and I just couldn't get, I couldn't get it together. I wasn't opening right, closing right. So I have a couple of things going on at work, and so I'm gonna try to just summarize what I did last week for you. And it is 7:50. I feel naked because I don't have my Apple Watch on because it was dead. I forgot to put it on the charger last night, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling to even vlog today. So it started to get a little bit harder to do days in the life because of my setup. It makes me nervous. And so I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this style or recording after. But I like, when I'm during work, I'm able to talk about exactly what I'm working on because I'm right there in the moment versus trying to recap at the end of the day. So I don't know, we'll see. Or I might have to transition my day in the life to at home, but I don't dress up when I'm at home, so it's really a catch-22. I need this van to drive because they're gonna get me hit. Oh my gosh. Oh, people are rolling on the highway today. I'm not even going fast enough. Jeez. But that van had me jacked up trying to get on the highway. Alright, so let me go ahead and get going. I have a short work week because I'm also off Friday and next Monday because my birthday is on Sunday. So I treat my birthday like it's a holiday. I joke or tell everybody my birthday is a holiday. So I'm taking some time off, so I'll only work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have absolutely nothing planned for my birthday. None of my friends are here, so I hope I'm not too sad about that. I'm just deciding I'm just gonna treat myself to my birthday. So I'm still looking for places to get a massage and facial, and that's all in one place versus driving place to place. But there's one girl that I work out with. She does great massages, so I may just go to her and do everything separate. But anyway, heading into the office. I tried to grab some content last week. I don't know if I'm going to throw that in here. I thought that was undercover police. I don't know if I'm going to throw that in here or if I'm just going to kind of recap. It's starting to get a little bit harder trying to film while I'm in the office, because it's Tuesdays, everybody's in the office. Thursdays, nobody is really in there, so we'll see how much I'm able to get today. So let's go along for the ride. This lid does not fit. Ooh. Well, I'm just now getting lunch, and that took way longer than I expected. I actually went through my follow-up items that I had flagged in my email, and I think I want to say I had like maybe 50 something follow-up items, and I just started going through them and realized how many were done. A large part of that was I had been dealing with the acupuncture services and billing for that with Medicare, because Medicare was denying our claims and they shouldn't have been. And so all the email chains or email threads specific to acupuncture were flagged, and I'm done with that issue. All I have to do follow up, but I'm done with any action items as far as responding to the doctors, the administrator, staff from the office, and all of that. So it was nice to see. It's nice to see your to-do items crossed off of your list, and then your emails for follow-up. It's good to see that number going down. I have 30 left, but I think they're really old, and so I just need to go back and make sure like there weren't any follow-up items, but make sure the accounts are resolved and things like that. Right now, I'm going to listen to a webinar. I don't think I'll get a CEU for it, but one of my mentors is doing a webinar on becoming a CDI missionary. So it's about CDI, and so I'm going to go and listen to that. That is from 1 to 2. And then another thing I'm working on is reviewing the LCD for for the facet joint interventions for pain management. So the LCD was actually just updated on 5/16. So this, I believe, so this LCD is in effect or became effective on 5/26/22. And so I need to look at the differences between this LCD and the prior LCD, because we're having an issue with one of our physicians performing the services too many times, or not too many times, but sometimes if you're doing any type of therapy or getting injections, there's a limit to how many a patient can have as far as getting reimbursed for it. And so, let's see, L38765. So with this issue, a coder stated that he is billing too many codes too often. So I just need to review the LCD and see how often this service can be performed within a specific time frame. Like, for example, you can only have, I'm just making this up, like 1 injection a month. If the patient comes in for another injection, it's going to get denied. You probably can appeal it, but that's what I need to check the LCDs for. So I have 5 minutes until the webinar starts. And I haven't eaten anything today. I've only had 1 cup of coffee. But these sandwiches are so good. So I'm gonna click on the webinar and we can listen to some of it together. In the meantime, I am studying for the Certified Revenue Cycle Representative through HFMA, and there's a lot of reading to do. I can't remember how long it said this program will take. The course, it's a course, and after the course, I can take the CR assessment. And the assessment is 90 minutes long. It's 75 multiple choice questions, and the passing score is 70%. If I do not pass the assessment, then I can retake it after a 30-day waiting period. So this is the certification from HFMA that is free, meaning it's included within the membership that I paid for. So what else do I have going on today? Nothing else really. It's next week that's going to be busy. So even though tomorrow is June 1st and the first week of the month is when I do all of my reports, prepare for a finance meeting and all of that, but because it's a Wednesday, I'm not going to start working on anything until Monday, just kidding, Tuesday the 7th, because Monday I'm out of the office. Just finished celebrating my holiday. The nice thing about my office is that they keep a fridge stocked with Sprite, water, Coke, Diet Coke. And I was told when I first started was that it's provided to anyone in the office, but I'm the only one that I see going in and out that refrigerator. We do have free, well, I'm out of breath. We do have coffee that stays stocked too, so I bring my own creamer, but I don't have to bring coffee. So right now for the CRCR course, I'm getting ready to review compliance and HIPAA regulations, and I'm still in the section of revenue cycle introduction, and I'm on section 1. There are 4 sections total, but then the sections are broken down. Like I'm on section 1.5. And there are 10 sections within section 1. Now I've been working on this. I did not start last week. I think the beginning of the month. So my intent was to do this every day and study until I get to the end of the course and take the quiz, but I haven't been able to do so. Since I have nothing pressing at this time, I'm going to finish studying for this. Then of course checking emails and making those emails priority. And I'm still waiting on the Zoom to start.
I do want to make clear that the opinions shared in the show are those of our presenters, not necessarily representative of their employers. My opinions are, of course, only my own and no one else's, and not those of our presenters or sponsors or anybody connected to the show.
Giving up, I feel strongly that CDI has stuck in their own ways. The CDI has been around since what? Dr. Martin, for 2008 to 2009, officially recognized, if you will, and no change has been made. Yes, we have using software to prioritize records and supposed to become more efficient at grabbing CCs and MCCs. But on the other hand, we're not doing much or anything in our current cash-based activities to help the actual physician become more proficient in documenting. The industry needs to change. For you to ask me, why is it that I don't see any benefit to my practice of medicine? Okay, and the answer is, we'll say, how does writing a diagnosis impact my management, my practice of medicine? How does it help me in my documentation and billing? Okay, most CDI people wouldn't be able to answer that. They'd say profiling is profiling and risk adjustment. Physicians don't care about that in general. They want to know, help me become more effective in charting so I'm not spending many hours at the end of my shift trying to catch up with my charts.
I just saw a chart where the patient was in the hospital 5 days and they were being managed for a localized infectious process. And right at the end, the day of discharge, they get a retrospective query for sepsis. So they get this. The number one reason payers reject diagnoses is the absence of consistent documentation. There are a lot of other reasons, but my 12 plus years as an insurance reviewer, that one's going to get swatted back.
Okay, so we just got done listening to a webinar about CDI, and it was targeted, the subject was targeted on how to prevent self-inflicted denials, but overall, the panelists discussed the state of CDI and what needs to change. One of the things that I commented on that needs to change is more collaboration between CDI, HIM, and case management, because CDI is so clinically driven by departments that you really don't see HIM and that foundation of coding involved, because from a nursing perspective, again, I've said this before, I don't know if they are up to date with all the rules and regulations, LCDs, NCDs that are needed for certain procedures and things like that. And so when it comes to how those things affect the DRG, reimbursements, outcome denials, and things like that, we need collaboration from all of those departments. So that was what was discussed in the panel today. And then, let's see, a couple issues came up. One was a provider, she's an APP. She's trying to schedule an encounter so that she can bill for a shunt dial. Not sure what that is, but she doesn't know what type of encounter to schedule for the patient. And I believe it's because of the way she's logging in. She couldn't
figure out why she couldn't bill, and then or schedule the encounter. And then when I looked at her profile in Epic, it's the SER record. You go into record viewer and then type in SER, type in the physician's name or the APP's name, and you can see how they're set up in Epic, what departments, what bill areas, and things like that that they're assigned to. And for this particular nurse practitioner, I see that she did not have one of the departments linked to her SER profile. So I sent an email to somebody from IT to see what exactly I need to do, because there's a bill area form and then a department maintenance form. I don't think any of those forms really match my request. So hopefully she's able to get back with me here soon. And then I just received another inquiry from a doctor, and it looks like the CPT code 63650 is getting underpaid by the provider, and the only way that could happen is if our fee is set lower than the payer's contracted rate. So I'm going to look into this account and see what's going on. These claims have not been paid correctly by Aetna.
Survey report that I received from HFMA this morning, and it goes over some of the trends as a result of the survey. It talks about the net patient revenue on an upward trend. It talks about contractor staffing falls from first quarter of 2022. Prioritization is key area for capital planning process change, and then other important trends. So this is a report that I'm going to review, and this also helps me know what to trend on my end and how I can improve the reporting for my specific department.
Ooh, I am off of work now. The way this hair is set up, this natural ain't gonna work this summer, because these edges will not lay down. But in other news, I'll give a quick recap in the car. Oh my God, it's so hot. I cannot breathe in the car. This car parked so close to me that when they got out, they had to have hit my car. Wow. It's just, ooh. Wow, I have on these Crocs with the fur. Boots with the fur. And all that cloth inside that you would wear like in the winter. Ooh, my hands is burning on the steering wheel. Okay, so I am not impressed with what my hair was doing today, but oh well. I definitely will be throwing on a wig, headband wig, the rest of the week. So, oh, the gate is broke. Oh, somebody done tore it off. Oh, wow. Do some more training on HFMA for the Certified Revenue Cycle Representative, and I did not do that. So I ended up just looking at some accounts, answering some emails, and that required me to, you know, do a deep dive of some things. So I didn't finish another section of the training or review of the course or whatever. So the end of the month is the slowest. Like the last week of the month is the slowest month.
because with it being Wednesday and Thursday left, thank God I'm off Friday, but I mean, I'm reviewing AR. The thing about reviewing AR though, I feel like if there's so much money held up in pre-AR, and pre-AR is charges that are held up in the system due to edits, or it's a number of things that goes into pre-AR. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I can follow up on accounts and ask the billing department, why aren't these charges released or something, but it's usually because it's in review of something. Coding is still holding it for review, or documentation is still needed. I mean, it's several things. I may have to one day like gather a list and like go into detail. I feel like what I need to do, I can't provide solutions for, because they're not solutions that's created by, or I'm sorry, they're not issues that's created by me or the physician. So as far as me trying to work on process improvements, that's all the billing department, and I don't have anything nice to say about them. That is why I initially was wanting to be in a higher level role, is because in my role now, I don't have the ability to make any changes that makes an impact. I'm making sure the money is coming in, of course, but I can't make any changes to workflows. Sorry about that. I can't make any changes to workflows because they're not my department. That's why I was aiming to be, you know, higher level. But again, I am glad I'm doing what I'm doing so that I can master what I need to in this role, which they say it could take a full 2 years. And I will say that after a year, it's almost a year and a half. Actually, it'll be a year and a half Saturday. I feel like I'm finally getting into the groove of things, but I don't stay in a job that long. Like, I rotate every like 3 years because I get bored and because I want to keep climbing the ladder. I was even looking at a position today at my organization, like, that's exactly what I have experience in. I think I would be better at that. And I thought about it for like a good 5 minutes about emailing the director, but me doing so would require me to let my boss know that I'm potentially interested, and I don't want to lose that relationship. Although the work relationship is difficult, I still need to master this part too. So if I get this under my belt and get it good, my boss, she's known for getting people promoted and helping them move up, even if it's outside of her department. Like, she said she's been recognized specifically for that. So we'll see. I'm gonna give it till, you know, the end of December to see how I am with everything. So my coworker here, I'm gonna figure out the right word for her soon. I think she's been there for maybe 3 years now. If I'm going on a year and a half, I think she's at 3. And she's even said that it's going to take me, or not me, but it takes about 2 years to fully learn the position in all of its capacity, because that's how long it took her in her role. So that made me feel better, because at first I'm like, why would it take, if you have the experience, if you're hired for a job and you have the experience, I would not expect it to take 2 years for you to fully learn your job. But I think that depends on what job it is. So when you're dealing with inconsistencies and a new organization, then I can see it taking 2 years. But when you're moving around within the same organization, it won't take, I'll say it would take 3 to 6 months. If you have experience and you really know what you're doing, you are the subject matter expert in your field. So other than that, I have a busy evening ahead because, of course, grading. I need to do my daughter's hair, and that's a braid takedown, so that's gonna be fun. I need to do something with my hair. Luckily, I'm at home tomorrow. So Thursday, it's my birthday. I don't know what I'm gonna do besides looking a hot mess. So I need to think about plans, like my birthday plans, treat myself, figuring out what I'm going to do with my hair, things of that nature, because those are priority right now. So with that said, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. We can definitely chat in the comments, or you can send me a personal email, either or. Have a great rest of the day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.